inching near the playoffs. You're watching the #1 high school football show in the mountains of Eastern Kentucky, Southern West Virginia. You got David Jones to my left, producer KJ on the boards, and I am Darryl McCoy. Dave, bye week's over. How'd the week of rest do you?
It was all right. I know our guys.
You was dealing with your loss of your grandma, but how much do you think it helped your team?
Tremendously, in that aspect that we got to heal up. We was banged up, playing a schedule like we had in this back to back. It was just great to get a little bye week in there, get everybody rest up. We've had a great week of practice. Today was actually my first day back out there, and it was great to be out there. Just being around my guys and around my coaching staff, it was awesome. And we ain't missed a beat. They know not to feel sorry for Coach Jones, and we got a mission that we got to accomplish up here, and man, we never missed a beat. So it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good.
Well, we got our regulars tuning in. We got Jacoby Qualls. We got Danny Alville, Lewis Ratliff. We got our guy Roger Bryant, Weston Jude. Lewis Ratliff says sorry for your loss. Got a lot of our regulars tuning in, but I want to tell you how my weekend went. So as you know, I don't get much weekends to myself. But this weekend, I ended up leaving Letcher County. You was with me. Letcher County about 11:30 at night. Then at 9 the next morning, we was at McGoffin County.
Yes.
All right. Well, McGoffin County beat Adams. Outstanding McGoffin County team. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But so left there, went to the big city of Lexington to watch the Cates take on Missouri. First of all, took us about 2 hours to get through the gate.
Really?
Yeah, man. They have took and made the tickets where you can't screenshot them anymore. All right. When you get there, you don't have internet. You don't have service. So you can't load the tickets on your email. So you got, thousands of people sitting there
trying to get
the tickets
right.
up. Yeah, and then they have to go through one by one, log them on the internet. And I'm not kidding. Ended up, the people was throwing fits because most of them missed the entrance and all the good stuff, pregame stuff, all because of that. They've got to do something and fix them tickets back the way they used to be because it's just too hard without internet.
So they don't I don't. I don't know nothing about that because we go in a separate way.
Yeah.
You know how because you had some of my tickets, right? Yeah. So, but they don't have like a. Well, they normally you can just scan the screenshot. Yeah,
that's all you do is scan the screenshot.
So they don't have that no more?
No, you know how it's got this, the barcode?
Yeah.
There's like a blue line that goes back and forth to keep you from screenshotting it.
Wow.
So, and I don't know why they do it knowing they don't have internet there. But anyways, once I got in there, I was like, I entered my DraftKings this week, got the $200 free money by using the promo code KSR. Mm-hmm. And so I bet my first parlay. My parlay was Kentucky to cover, Leary to get a touchdown, and Ray Davis to get a touchdown. Halfway through the first quarter, Leary and Ray Davis both had touchdowns.
Right.
But Kentucky didn't cover. That's right. I had $10 was going to win me $295. $10.
Oh, wow.
$295. And I was livid because I was going to Jeff Fruit today. Well, not only did Kentucky lose, when I left, I got rear-ended.
That is, I forgot about that.
Pulled out, and I'm not kidding. He hammered us. And the thing was, he knocked us in front of the people in front of us. But I forgot all about it because everything was going on. And ended up, long story short, the dude that hit me felt really bad. He was from Pikeville. Well, he might have been tailgating before the game. Yeah. So I felt bad for him, knowing that my bumpers messed up front and back now. And but I felt bad, and the dude, coming from Pikeville, I was like, dude, get out of here before these cops come. And, so ended up going. Dudes took care of it. Great dude. But so that was how my weekend went. And then when you take a look at the vehicle, and then on top of that, losing that $300 for cash, man, it was just a hectic. But what's going on with Kentucky, man?
Man, honestly, it's a lot, and you got to blame the players. It's Stoops let the team run the program, and I seen where they had a team only meeting, players only meeting, to hold each other accountable. If they do that, that's great, but they got to hold each other accountable. You got two receivers that's got the most drop balls in NCAA right now. And what's his name? The quarterback? Leary, he's not very accurate at all.
That last interception.
Yeah, and it's just a lot, man. I'm gonna run the ball. If I'm struggling at QB, run the football.
How are you gonna tell the players to hold them accountable? Mark Stoops is getting paid $8 million to hold these players accountable, and he's not. Whenever they have an offsides, a holding call, there's no consequences.
It's different, man. In college ball, they gotta hold their own self accountable, because when it comes down to, play on the field and this and that, you don't want to nitpick and point fingers at people, especially when you're the staff. That'll split you up. Yep. Now you got to have your leaders come in and hold everybody accountable. Hey man, like, this is my bad. We did this. This is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to basically, whatever they have to prepare for to get back to where they are, they need to do that. And it's one game. They're 5-1.
Yep.
They're 5-1. I know everybody is harping over the comeback win and all this and all that, but at the end of the day, man, it's football. Anything can happen. Just move on to the next one. If you harp on that though, Darryl, if they harp on that one, it's gonna turn into 2 losses. And you said that before.
Every year, Stoops, one bad loss. Go look.
I know.
Every year he loses the next one.
But they haven't had no player meetings though. But they on a bye week right now.
Yeah, they're on a bye
Much
week,
needed.
and that's the thing. Stoops' comments that he made is making it even worse, because you got 2 weeks of people saying "pony up, Stoops, pony up," and if you only
they're
knew
5-2. Yeah.
If you only knew how many people was there saying "pony up" after that game, and the thing that surprised me is it's the first time I ever seen UK fans mail it in. It surprised me. They was down 12, or they was down 1 touchdown with 12 minutes to go, and I'm talking everybody was falling out. And I was sitting there, I was like, where y'all going? Farewell weather fans.
Yeah.
But then I stayed there for 2 more drives, and then when Leary threw that last interception, we was down 2 touchdowns. I left, and I wish I wouldn't left at that time, because I wouldn't have got hit.
Yeah, see, farewell fans.
Karma got me, but I was one of the last ones to leave, but it's just tough, man, right now.
It is.
Stoops and them, they got too much talent, too much stuff going on there. The fans still was there. They was still rowdy, and, so they can't blame it on the fans. The receivers have to start catching balls. Leary has to be more accurate, and Stoops has to start holding these linemen accountable, because there's no discipline at all on this team.
Yeah, it's tough, and I don't think it's a lot of discipline, but I mean, a lot of this stuff and the prima donna stuff that they're doing, it's all came from this NIL stuff.
Yeah, that's
some of them cats is making $15,000 to $8,000 a month.
Yeah.
And some of them that don't even play is making that much.
Here's the thing, and you can't have no chicken crack coach that's scared to discipline these players.
Well, he should be able to now. And I mean, they got the NIL money.
Well, that's why they don't want to, is not because NIL, but because of the transfer portal. Because they know if it's easy for them to transfer.
Right. Well, I'm quite sure they're not getting the money. They and their product wouldn't get them the money if they went anywhere else, like they're getting at Kentucky. I know a few that's getting a lot.
The only player that I've been proud of this season is Ray Davis.
Oh, yeah.
And he's having a heck of a year.
Yeah.
So we got all of our favorites are tuning in. Sue Cat, Lester back in the house. Sue Cat, we've been praying hard for you. Sorry for your loss. We definitely is going to miss Sid, but we're very glad.
Let me tell you about how great of a person she is. She, even though her husband had passed away, she took the time out to call or to message me and check on me. In my situation, what I was going through, and check on me and stuff, and give me my condolences and stuff. And man, that just meant a lot to me, Sue Cat, and I appreciate that, and I love you very much.
Well, don't surprise me, and don't surprise me at all. And I know she's going to be happy because this Friday night we will be in Phelps, Kentucky, to watch Phelps versus Morgan County. Lewis Rattler says they're playing for themselves, not each other. Kenneth Hatfield says, are you guys carrying the game this Friday? I assume you're talking Mingo. Yes, we are. Justin McCoy says Cats need a quarterback. Jacoby Qualls says start with the head coach, then QB, then the rest of the team. Said, and then we got Jack Stett tuning in, Stephen Cassidorf. Dustin Fleming says good to see David back on the mic. Said best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. Howard Phillips says chain crew member is watching. He says David jealous he didn't get the NIL money when he was balling.
I did. Hey, I did get some money off the video game.
Yeah, well,
I did. It was only $5,000, but I got it.
well, back then they got money, but it was in McDonald's bags. I got learned anything in Tennessee.
Got a couple handshakes.
Yeah.
Hey, I did. After the Liberty Bowl, I didn't get no money, so we don't need to go back and investigate. But it's a pretty cool thing. A Marine came up to me, and he gave me a coin that he had received or whatever, because apparently we want him some money. But he gave me a coin, but it was pretty neat.
Well, I could tell you all kinds of stuff when I know you could go into all kinds. That list
no, I can't.
Always win it. Well, you technically can't, but there's a lot of stuff that's always went on, but we'll move on off that.
Thank you.
But as you're sitting here, you know, it's just it's tough, man. When you look and see, you know what I mean, and at the end of the day, you know what I mean, around here, fans got a lot to be happy about. You know, Marshall's having a good season. WVU's better, you know, but Kentucky, you know what I mean, we'll see how they respond this week. Now, honestly, if you ask me, I'm to the point to where I want the Tennessee and Alabama game. I want to pull an upset on one of them, but I'm ready for basketball.
Yeah, farewell fan.
Yep.
Then after the basketball go bad, everybody's gonna be like, we ready for football.
Yeah, there you go. So,
listen, I've heard that all my whole career down there in Lexington and stuff, but you know it is what it is. They're gonna go to a good little bowl game, and they'll get back on track.
Absolutely. So we're gonna take a quick break, an early break. When we come back, we're gonna release the double quick player of the week, menu beef jerky, primetime performers, and it is back. Top 5 plays of the week coming up next here on Crunch Time.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our number one goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Moore is here for you. Jim Moore is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia. They have daily lunch and dinner specials, seasonal produce and plants, home-cooked meals and friendly service. They offer catering for special occasions and holidays, party trays, and they were also voted 2023 Coalfield's Best Milkshake and Community Market. You can catch them Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia, 304-664-5600.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by Home Plate Delivery.
Home Plate Delivery is in the Mingo, Pike County area, guys. New startup business. Everything's going away. Dinner plates, dinner foods. They will deliver. As David, you see him chomping down here. What is that? Smoked bologna?
The smoked bologna. I can't talk with my mouth full.
I'm going to try this dessert here.
The smoked bologna, what is it?
Smoked bologna sandwich.
Smoked bologna and mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I'm really big on mac and cheese, but bologna, if you're from where I'm from, a little Italy camp, this is what we ate.
Well, I grew up on pinto beans, bread, and bologna.
And it's delicious, too.
I'm telling you, we got a show to go, but this dessert.
I know I got to quit because I won't stop, and I'm not bashful to eat in front of anybody.
Listen, Henry and John Banks, some of the biggest mountain sports fans they are. Right now, Home Plate Delivery, guys, they will deliver to your business. They'll deliver up to the school. If you're at a ball game, they'll deliver up there. Hit them up. We'll try to put the number on the screen. Pass the number on.
You can get on Facebook and comp on their page, and you order it. You can order it like in advance. Okay. And just give them a time whenever you order it in advance. They have a menu on there, what their special is for today, or what they're having for today, and you get on there, and you order it, and then they'll set it up and deliver it to you.
Great. That is awesome, guys. Hit them up. I want to thank you, Henry and Johnny, for all you do.
Not gonna lie, that was my fourth sandwich. I tore him up.
Hattie Lester says, follow, like, and share #1 stream team in the business. Heath Markham says. Corey Parsley says, opinion on Martin County's D. We'll get to that, Corey. Stay around. I promise you don't want to miss our talk about Martin County. Adrenaline King, everything that he does to help us, man, and Leslie County athletes. Just a great dude. Appreciate your loyalty. Sue Cat says, hey, Thomas. Matt Smith says, hey, guys, I'm watching this. So, guys, as we're getting started here in segment number 2, David, I want to talk about some football. Let's talk about middle school. We've got to, over the past few weeks, nobody has covered middle school football like we have. No. If we've seen just about everybody out there, and you guys have too, thanks to D&D. But the Belfry Pike County Championship, one of the best games I'd seen, man. I honestly thought that both the teams, I was like, man, this is one of them years they're both down a little bit. But they come out and they put on a performance. The way both of them played, as you're seeing highlights right now, the way both of them played, these two teams, both of them could win state titles. They got Belfry has McGoffin on Saturday. You can watch it here. Pikeville has Hazard tomorrow night.
There we go. He turned. Gabe Barney rose to the right side.
He's got one.
It's caught. He's got a man. Touchdown, Pirates! Jamison Chafin catches the game-winning touchdown. What a play by Gabe Barney. Pirates win.
6 straight times. Wasn't giving up anything. And goal line stand. Then Jonathan Boger went for it on the 2-yard line with their backs against the wall. Went for it on 4th down. And they ended up not converting. Pikeville got it. After a couple more runs to the middle, nothing was there. Pikeville finally bounced to the outside, scored, went up on Belfry. Belfry went down the field, 3 minutes to go. They drove down the field, and 3 seconds to go, they had a holding penalty. and the holding penalty stopped the clock because Belfry didn't have no timeouts. So 3 seconds on the clock, Gabe Varney rode out to the right, hit Jamison Chafin in the end zone as time expired for the game-winning touchdown to win the Pike County Championship. Hell of a ball game.
Yeah, I watched it. You know, it was a exciting game to watch. That don't surprise me with Coach Boger. Coach Boger actually coached me when I was in high school. You know, he's a great coach. Yeah, he has the Hoongas. But one heck of a coach, man. I got a lot of respect for Coach Boger, and that just don't surprise me. I know, you know, he's one of the top coaches in our area.
Yeah.
And big hats off to him, and you know, go win another title. What did that be? Their four in a row and 8 overall or 9 overall.
Yeah,
something like that.
It'd be their 4th in a row, and
I think 9 overall or 8 overall in the history of the school.
And I tell you, go back and watch our coverage of it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the neatest things I've ever seen. Quarterback from Pikeville.
Mm-hmm.
His name's escaping me right now. Man, I just had it in my head too. But this young man ended up at the end of the game. It ended on a controversy call, and I mean, I'll just be honest with you, man. There was some home cooking going on. You know, and I'm a Belfry boy, but there was some home cooking going on. But Belfry ended up making a play when they needed it. Jamison Chafin is a freaking stud. That kid, one of the best players in middle school, but. So Pikeville, you know, obviously was distraught, and
Cooper Scott.
Yeah, Cooper Scott. Yeah, this young man, Pikeville started exiting out of the stadium. Cooper Scott went over there, stood by himself in the handshake line, and not only he waited for Belfry to quit celebrating, and he stood. It sent chills through me. I mean, tears almost come out of my eyes watching this kid and you know what he done, and he waited there, and Belfry seen him standing there. The whole team shook hands, but you know, I mean, after it sunk in, you know, I mean, expect nothing less from Coach Brandon. He sent the boys over there. Getting a handshake line, but Cooper Scott, for him to go straight over there, I mean that's a leader. That's what you want.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. If you're watching, congratulations to you. You know, you don't know who's watching or whatever, and a lot of these college coaches, you know, they go off of you know what you do not only while you're on the field, but all the decisions you're making off the field, and that's what just shows the type of character that young man has. And kudos to his parents.
Unbelievable, man. One of the best shows of sportsmanship I'd ever seen, and you know, and hats off. I mean, it's no, you know, Matt Brandon. You never expect anything less than class from him, but. You know, he sent his boys over. I mean, it was just, you had to give them a second. It was one of them.
Yeah.
You know,
right, yeah, I've done that before, to hold off real quick so, you know, tensions won't arise and stuff like that. I've been there.
But I will tell you this, man. Me and you got to do the McGoffin and Adams game.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, McGoffin laid a thumping on them. But I'm telling you, that Adams team, that Osborne kid, you know, Osborne,
he's tough.
Kicker, Welch.
Yeah, that number 3.
Yeah, the QB.
The QB, he was a stud on
Click.
defense also.
Click was his name.
Yeah. On defense, he put on a show.
He put on a tackling clinic.
If they would
open field tackling clinic.
If they wouldn't have jumped out to a multi-touchdown lead, Adams, you know, could have, you know, played in that game. You know, obviously, you know, McGoffin County is a powerhouse. And, you know, out of the big 4 that's still standing, we got Hazard Pike for tomorrow, Belfry, McGoffin. Which one of them do you think will come out of that group? Which one is the best team in that group?
Man, I'm gonna tell you the best in that group is Hazard. Okay. That's hands down.
They're undefeated.
And they handled every one of those in that group already too. They gave each one of them a loss, right?
Yeah, but Belfry was on the 2-yard line with 10 seconds to go and scored, and all they was down 1 and needed the 2-point conversion, and the cat that scored got I think he might have spiked the football and got a penalty, and Belfry had to go from 2 from the 17-yard line. So if they get to 2 from the 2, they beat Hazard.
But I tell you this, the Bryant kid, Maddox Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the
He's
kid's
stud.
a freak.
Yeah.
Tater Skidmore's a freak. You got an unbelievable QB, and I can't remember the other kid that's really good for Hazard. They got 5 or 6 freaks, but to me, I think McGoffin's the best team.
I mean, and I could make an argument for them also.
Yeah, they're big 3.
Oh yeah, but
Reisner,
how are they gonna fare against the lines like a Hazard, like a Belfry?
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. And on top of that, yes. On top of that, you got some guys on those other teams too that can bring that thump. You know, I thought Prestonsburg was just, was little. I didn't think that they was very big, but I thought that they brought it though. Yeah. And they gave them fits. They just couldn't control their strength, and I thought that was the main difference in between the two. But when you're talking about a big 3, I don't think any other team has a big 3 like McGoffin County.
No. What is it? Reisner, Montgomery, and what's the other one?
Number 88.
He got
Peck,
player of the game.
And Peck also. Peck at quarterback,
the QB,
he's a stud too.
Yeah, the Wireman.
Wireman, I remember him. Yeah.
But and then going back, like I said, Jamison Chafin, Gabe Barney, Belfry, where they get theirs is in the trenches. That's where they've always done it, and great play from the line. And then Pikeville, Cooper Scott, you got Colin Wright, another Wright.
Yeah, well, I've known him because down at the FBU he played with my son, and I got to watch him too. He's a stud.
And then there's just middle school from 6th grade to 8th grade. This might be the best we've seen middle school in a long time. Then you got Logan and Chapmanville.
Oh yeah,
on the West Virginia
sir.
Side.
They the Chapmanville and Logan squad. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you got Levante, Kenny.
You got on Chapman. You got Dalton. You got Jacob Maynard.
Yeah. You got Jacob Maynard, you got Dalton,
you got starting. I think honestly the starting
Tony,
kid,
Atkins.
Tony Atkins.
I think the starting kid is a stud. He reminds me so much of Drew Hatfield.
He's got great hands,
and he's so man.
He's gonna be a perfect slot.
Oh man, perfect. Yeah. And he's gonna be special. Yeah. He's gonna be very special.
And then don't forget David Browning. Yeah. You got Vance. Chapmanville is loaded. Yeah. And then over at Logan, Bentley Williamson, Levante Kenny, and I swear I wish that Carly. The Carly girl would play.
Oh yeah,
Tolliver.
Yeah, Carly Tolliver. But then on the 6th grade, you got that young man over at Phelps, Trey Guzman. I'm starting to see highlights of this young man. They have another Dominic Francis coming up through.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you now about this kid, man. And we'll get his video up later, probably next week. We had some difficulty trying to get it up there, but this kid is unbelievable, Darryl.
Yeah.
And when I talk about just natural ability, running the ball, and defense, defense, he's a stud also. Yep. And he's just a great kid. You know how we do our research. Yeah. I did some research on him. I talked to a couple people, some of his teachers and stuff like that. Unbelievable kid.
Yeah.
Said he's just a great kid, very humble kid. And we're going to see big things out of this young man coming up. And
he's led the Hornets to a 7-0 start.
Absolutely. Yeah. And when I say he's been dominating, he's been dominating, Darryl. And he's worth the mention. We wish we could have got his video up because, guys, if you can get out to one of their games, be sure to go watch this young man because he is going to be special.
He's every bit of it, man. We got a lot of people tuning in. Scotty Dingus tuning in. Clyde Dingus says Hazard's the best. Jeff Newsom says Valley versus Eastridge district game. Doug Cottle says that boy Dylan Daniel said is a ball player for sure. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Then Clyde Dingus says Brody Austin is a stud for Belfry. Said once he gets his temper under control, that kid is going to do big things. And
where's he? Is he middle school?
Yeah, he's in middle school. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I promise we're going straight into the top 10 plays of the week, Mingy Beef Jerky Primetime Performers, Double Quick Player of the Week, and more. Come right back and join us here on Crunch Time.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
MGC Supply is your complete source for drainage and erosion control products. MGC Supply also sells services and installs Cummins generators. MGC Supply sells and delivers limestone gravel for businesses and homeowners. MGC Supply is your solution supplier and is proud to sponsor all the teams in Eastern Kentucky. 2590 U.S. Highway 23 South Pottville, Kentucky, 41501. Give them a call today at 606-433-0077. Or you can call them at 606-794-6765.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by Huntington Ale House.
Huntington Ale House, David, I promise you, you will not find a better restaurant. If you go to Huntington and you're not eating at the Huntington Ale House, you're doing something wrong.
Oh, yeah, I miss it. I can't wait to get back down there and eat.
But by far, they're known for burgers, brews, and steaks, but I'm telling you.
Loaded mac and cheese.
#1 mac and cheese in the state of West Virginia. I mean, they won an award for that.
Yes.
Yeah, I like their corn on the cob. I mean, they got, and you know, I mean, it don't matter from their menu. Anything you get from there is good at Huntington Ale House. Make sure you guys go there next time you're in Huntington. A lot of you be there for the holiday season. Stop by, tell them D&D sent you. Might get something special. We see a lot of people tuning in here. Justin McCoy says Trey Guzman is the next superstar. Said D1 material if he stays healthy.
That is true.
David Fennessy, how about that? Stud from Scott doing big things there on defense. You got to see him earlier.
I'll tell you this, that kid is next level talent. Very respectful. He's a type of kid, and like I said, he played against us, so you know this is real. Yeah. Very respectful. He respects the game and plays hard. And he's a next talent type of kid.
I agree.
He really is.
He's a hard hitter too.
Oh yeah. He's a next level type of kid, man, and I'm excited to see him. In the future.
Yep, absolutely. Amanda Alley tuning in. Sure, she's wanting to hear Pike Central talk. But as we're sitting here, guys, I also want to give a shout out to the Mingo County Board of Education takes a lot of hits. A lot of people gets on them, says, this and that. I had to go to some meetings over the last 2 weeks, and went and spoke last night, or a couple nights ago at the meeting. The 6 people that they got in charge there, man, these board members that you elected, they're the right people. Yeah. They're people that cares about Mingo County, and people that if you got an issue, don't just sit back and complain. Go talk to them, because I promise you, they'll do everything they can to make sure they fix your issue. Just great people in charge there at the Mingo County Board, and I just wanted to give them a big shout out.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear, because when starting this, we just want to do good by our people here, our kids here in Mingo and Pike counties, in our surrounding areas. We just want to do good by them, and we know a lot of people can get jealous and stop this from happening, or try to stop it from happening. But, at the end of the day, it only hurts the kids. It don't hurt us. We're grown. We're adults, and just for them, the board members, to understand that, man, that just brings joy to my heart. And it just makes me want to go even harder for Mingo County.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what it done for me. I walked out of there wanting to try to fix every issue I heard there.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just a great group of people, and that's the big thing. People, a lot of older people that they don't get that we're the same thing as WSAC,
Yes.
YMP.
We just do a lot more.
That's it.
And don't get paid for it.
Just because our numbers are bigger don't mean that, and it's to the point now to where we are the biggest and best sports media outlet in the mountains, and it's not even close. And we can have people like that backing us. It means a lot. Hartley Quillen tuning in, and we know he's going to want to talk to some Betsy Lane later. We'll be getting into that, but. Top 5 plays of the week, David. You ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
First time we've had it back in this season. Here it goes, KJ. Hit it.
D&D Sports Network. Top 5 plays of the week. Number 5 takes us to Pine Mountain. Perry Central quarterback Kaiser Sloan drops back, hits star wideout Noah Kilburn. He spins out of trouble. Foot race from there. Touchdown Commodores. Perry Central would defeat Letcher Central in this one. Number 4 takes us to Minor Mountain. It's a different style of football. Mingo Central soccer team. Blake Stacy hits Kendon Trent for a beautiful kick right down the middle. Number 3. Undefeated Betsy Lane comes into Shelby Valley. John Luke fields the kickoff at the 22. He hits the sideline and it's off to the races. Touchdown Shelby Valley. Wildcats win 60-25. Number 2. Takes us back to Pine Mountain. Letcher Central running back Garrett Howard takes the handoff, steps over a defender after a short game of ring around the rosies. He will hit the sideline and go 70 yards to strike pay dirt, but it wouldn't be enough. Perry Central holds on to win this one. Number 1, play of the week. Takes us to Pond Creek. Gabe Barney takes the snap, rolls to his right. As time expires, he hits Jamison Chafin in the end zone. Belfry defeats rival Pikeville to be your 2023 Pike County champions.
That top 5 plays, man, it delivered first way. You got Noah Kilburn, you got Mingo Soccer, you got John Luke Fields. Jamison Chafin, you got our guy Garrett Howard. Just a great group of plays there.
Big shout out to Coach Brad, man, on a phenomenal season. I think they went 8-8 on the season, having a late start and all that. To Mingo Central Soccer, co-ed soccer at that. And congratulations, man. He came in and he did a phenomenal job. And I couldn't be any prouder to be beside him. This is our stuff up here. So congratulations to him and Coach Garrett, man. They do a phenomenal job. Coach Garrett, he was the girls soccer coach, and they didn't have enough, so they combined them and they become co-ed. And he was, like Coach Brad said, he was a big part of how their season went. So I just wanted to give them a little bit of love there. And they deserve a lot because, them men, they put the work in. I seen it every day.
Yeah, that's well. We got Mike Conley says y'all research what you post. Appreciate what you guys do. Said not all media outlets do that. Ryan Center says LC had a couple 90-yard plays at Powell County last week. Yeah, we would love to get some video of that. I was tickled to death to get the young man on our primetime mini beef jerky primetime performers this week because that's the thing that people just want people to understand. Unless we get sent that stuff, we cannot go and video at a place that's got NFHS. So at the end of the day, and it's not just us, it's other media outlets too, so we're not getting them videos. So, I hope you understand, Ryan, but big fans of Lawrence County right now and what they're doing.
Absolutely, big time.
Yeah, Brent Woods says Paris has a stud defensive line. They slowed down Noah Wallace for a little while last week. Yeah, at the end of the day, though, Paris has got a great team, but they run into a buzzsaw. I tried telling people racing is a different level.
Yeah, they're on another level.
Yep. So as you seen that right there, want to announce the double quick player of the week. I know this is one that's going to make Coach Jones smile.
Player of the week is Stevie Todd Lane from East Ridge. 21 carries, 176 yards, 2 for 2 passing, 45 yards, 2 touchdowns, 12 tackles, 1 tackle for loss as East Ridge beat Pike Central 22-21.
Former Phil Tornett.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie Todd, I've always said this. I knew it when the kid was younger, but that don't surprise me. He's capable of doing that in every single game he plays in.
Listen, if you're smart, and you need a linebacker, you're going to recruit Stevie Todd Lane. And
That's it.
Listen, I don't care. Listen, I mean, I'm talking all the way up to D2, D3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some NAI or some D1 schools. Stevie Todd Lane is one that whether he's going to continue to get better.
Yeah.
Whether or not you bring him on, as a starter or as a walk-on, it don't matter. This young man, he's got that grind in him. This is one of the most underrated players in the mountains. A lot of it is, you don't get to see a lot of him,
right?
Because of film and stuff. But the numbers that he's putting up is unreal. Look what he done on offense. He's a running back and a linebacker, 2 for 2 passing.
A lot of people don't remember Stevie Todd used to be a quarterback.
Yeah.
His dad, Steve Lane, he was a big time quarterback also.
Yeah.
And of course everybody.
He was supposed to be in the next big thing in Phelps.
Absolutely.
To lead it on when you left there.
Yep, absolutely.
I really seen a change in Stevie Todd the year after you left. The one young man that you had, the running back, what was his
Dominic?
name? No, the light-skinned kid.
Hollis.
Yeah.
Terrell.
Him and Stevie Todd, both of them went to work, man, that next year. And every day they was in the gym.
Yeah.
Both of them come out looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That Stevie Todd, from that point on, his whole attitude changed. This kid's the real deal.
He is, and I think a lot of it had to do with his grandfather, rest in peace, Gano, passing away. That was his go-to, and that was his everything. And I think that he made a decision in his head right now. Papa, I'm not going to let you down.
Yeah.
And that was always their goal, and so. He's doing it. I know he's proud. I know that for a fact.
And Ivy holding their own over there.
Yeah.
They upset Shelby Valley in volleyball.
Yeah.
Ivy Lane. So, definitely doing big things. Jason Miller says, will you guys be at Hazard tomorrow for the 7th-8th game? Yes, we will. We see Mike Conley says impressive numbers. Roger Bryant says, I want to congratulate Chapmanville on their first ever win in soccer over Tug. Clyde Davis says, make these big plays against good teams. Anybody you make plays against, it's big. I don't care who you are. At the end of the day, you can only play who's in front of you. And then Doug Cottle says, I wish they would rid off NFHS. Them games going to be rough online. Rough games.
They even work. They don't hardly even work.
That's what I'm saying. Garen Thomas says, I was at the Paris game a lot closer than the final score. Raceland got a few breaks to go their way. He said, neutral site said, Raceland's probably 10 points better.
I heard that too. Who was that, Garen?
Yeah.
I heard that too, man. And I heard it was a closer game than the score deceived it as, and a couple of breaks here and there, but I think Paris got a nice little squad. I know a lot of people's not going to want to face them in the playoffs.
Raceland plays them again. Raceland beats them by 40. Give me Logan Lundy and Noah Wallace.
Oh man, well I gotta go with my boy. You know that.
Yeah, I know. As we move on here, though, you sat here and listen, Stevie Todd wasn't the only one going off. KJ, who was the mini beef jerky primetime performers?
Carter Conley, Johnson Central, 27 carries, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns. Landon Johnson from Fleming County had 10 carries, 178 yards, 3 touchdowns, a passing touchdown, 9 tackles for loss. Talon Pollock, 9 of 18, 215 yards, 4 touchdowns from Lawrence County. Noah Wallace from Raceland, 16 carries, 58 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions, 7 tackles, and 1 sack.
And again, Noah Wallace, he's unreal, man. Just a complete player, both sides of the football. And then, Carter Conley. You're finally getting to see what this kid is when he's
I swear you read my mind. Like, I'm thinking, like, man, like, Carter is literally the most underrated running back in the mountains.
It's because of injuries. Nobody knows this kid because he's been hurt his whole career.
Yeah.
He's never been healthy in his high school career. You're finally starting to see it.
Yeah.
He's going to have a big game against Ashland this week. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But Carter Conley, he's a kid that you could put him in a Belfry uniform, a Pikeville uniform. He could be any kind of back you want. A power back, speed back, an X factor. It don't matter.
You said a Belfry uniform or what else? A pipe?
Yeah, you could put him in any of them uniforms and he would be just like them.
What about Amingo?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
We got some of the we got some dogs up here, man.
We talking about history.
This is history.
Mingo ain't old enough to have history yet.
Why ain't we?
They got a state champion. They're still in the present.
No, baby, we got athletes up here.
You do got athletes,
and they athletes gets from here like. They're everywhere.
But my point is...
You can't talk about some schools unless you talk about... No, I'm joking. I'm joking with you, brother.
He can transform to any kind of back. And just the way that he plays, he can play with power. He can play with speed. And
he's a stud.
And to be honest with you, he's not your prototypical Johnson Central back. They're usually stocky power backs. 10 yards of carry back, 3 yards of carry back. But he's a big play here, man. This kid, I'm tickled to death to see him back healthy. So Clyde Dingus said Darryl McCoy, that's like Kentucky playing the non-conference teams and getting SEC games, big difference. No, it ain't, because there's different levels of football. It's just like, 1A, 2A, 3A. It don't matter, At the end of the day, 1A schools, they're not going to play the caliber of teams that these other big schools are. So if a kid's making big plays, it don't matter where he's making them. It's a big play. Give him credit. So at the end of the day, here's the thing, there's a lot of kids making plays against big teams, but if you can't film them, then, nothing you can do about it. That means that everybody else is going to get the limelight. So
well, my thing is, if that's the case, then you have to discredit for other teams that's playing teams that they're, that's in their class, but maybe they're not that good, but they're getting a lot of big plays or a lot of numbers in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm with you on that. Like, regardless of the team, regardless of whatever, you can only play put in front of you, and it's not the kid's fault.
I agree 100%. That right there is going to rack up our players of the week, our top plays. When we come back, guys, don't go anywhere. We got the top 10 coming up, and we're also going to go over last week's games. Come right back and join us here on Crunch Time.
Oh! My mind is blown!
Bounce, and then comes right back down between the legs with the bounce, and he gets...
Successful challenge by Steve Kerr and the Warriors.
At all. One dribble powers it.
I'll drive and kick the punch.
Primo for three.
Play with a reload three. Flying in. Think of it that way.
Yeah, they're pitching on your territory.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. continuing that tradition today. And we always will be for generations to come.
Come down to Trailblazers Outfitters, located right off the 4-lane from Williamson, West Virginia, to hop on your new rental of side-by-sides, dirt bikes, or four-wheelers. They also have four-wheeler, dirt bike, and side-by-side repairs, along with accessories, tires, and stereo systems, and a large repair shop. Give them a call today at 859-953-0903 to get your new rental to enjoy the trails today.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. Get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by the Loose Caboose Grill.
Loose Caboose Grill. Listen, as you go in Kermit, West Virginia, you're making a mistake if you don't swing by the Loose Caboose. We done the show there last week. I know you hated it because they catered us food in, deep fried Oreos. They took care of us there, David. It's a one-in-a-kind eating experience. You go in there, eating a caboose, sign your name. Just a great, not just a great food, great service, but it's a great experience.
Yeah, dude, that's terrible that y'all ate that without me. Jared, man, I seen you eating that, and I seen you like teasing me with it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get some.
Oh, they're good. I'm telling you that.
No, I do want to publicly say, but I appreciate you, Jared, for stepping in and helping me out in the time of my need, man. That just speaks volume of who you are, and make sure everybody, support Wilson Daily News and what he do over there at Wilson Daily News, because you didn't have to do it, and I appreciate you so much, Big Dog.
Yeah, and they, when you take it, they're at the Loose Caboose. The good thing is during the summer you can eat outside too. They got an outside section, but they got a deep mine there. So in the summer, even on your hot days, you got all that cold air coming from that deep mine.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a neat experience all the way around from top to bottom. I suggest anybody go there and eat. Guys, when on your way to ball games this week, stop by there. We got Lewis Rattle says it's a shame lower class teams can't get games because of RPI. I 100% agree, Lewis. I mean, it's every year that Pikeville deals with this. And
yeah, it's sad too. Pikeville, they're the top team in our area.
That's it. And it's not fair that them kids are only getting to play 6-7 games
absolutely,
a year.
I agree with that, man. It's a shame. There's a lot of teams that's having issues with that here, like in West Virginia. Wheeling Central, for an example, they don't really hardly play any West Virginia schools because they're single A. A lot of people don't want to play them, and because it don't make sense for us 2As and 3As, because we get, if something happened, they're pretty darn good.
That's it.
And if that happened, we're messed up.
But it really hurts the kids because these kids are putting in the same kind of work these other kids are, and they're getting to play half of the amount of games.
That's it, man.
So, Pikeville's schedule was already out of whack because they only had 3 home games this year. One of them was the Pike County Bowl.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, every year I feel sorry for not just the high school, but the middle school.
They need
get screwed.
They need like a conference that they guarantee them games. If they can do something like that, they need something like that, because it seems like that's going to be a trend.
Scotty Dingus says Belfry will play Pike Central volleyball tomorrow night. So 60th district matchup. Scotty, we got you covered, man. Good luck to both teams going on there.
Yeah.
So
appreciate that, Scotty.
Yeah. We got Monty Lovett tuning in. Said like the Rams coach says, it's 48 minutes a game. Said Mingo and Pikeville. Said let's make that happen.
Oh, we are. We about to play him in JV. Listen, y'all. All this Belfry, Mingo, Pikeville. Let us rebuild up here first. I'm a realist, and I ain't gonna sugarcoat anything. We're not ready for that yet. Let us rebuild and get our program going, and then if something after that, couple years from here, I mean, we see what we got, but. Just be happy for everybody.
Okay, let's go into past Friday night. Wayne defeats Chapmanville 18-7. And this one here, you got Fisher Fry. He was 6 for 8, 70 yards. He carried the ball 16 times for 79 yards. Had 2 scores. Colton Mathis, 15 rushes for 80 yards. Ronnie Staley had 4 receptions for 56 yards. Nate Easterling went 4 for 6, 66 yards and a touchdown. Robert Cook had 14 rushes for 56 yards. Austin Atkins, 3 receptions, 40 yards, 1 touchdown. And Elijah Pridemore ended up with 10 tackles, 2 sacks. And this Pridemore kid, he has been the driving force behind this Chapmanville defense.
Mm-hmm.
But coming into that game right there, both teams needed that win. Wayne, they was probably going to miss the playoffs if they would have lost to Chapmanville. And now, I mean, it worries you about Chapmanville too. I wonder where they're going to head. But, both of these teams are very solid teams. It's just their coaches didn't run from anybody. They played really tough schedules. And right now, both of them are, they're trying to win ball games here and there to finish off this season on a high note.
Yeah, and I consider Chapmanville and Wayne, they're like a Point Pleasant. They're not your typical 3-loss or 2-loss teams.
Yeah.
You can watch it and it'll show you that. I mean, I know that they're not going to go on the radar with us because we know what they bring. We haven't beat Chapmanville, and so I couldn't tell you how long. And they got a great squad, man. They just got to get over that hump, and you got to understand when you're changing a whole quarterback, backfield, and a couple guys on the line. I do believe. I mean,
coaching staff.
Yeah, coaching staff. That's tough, man.
Coach Belcher's done a fabulous job.
Absolutely. And that's why I say he would never go on the radar with us because we know what they have, and we know that they're a really good football team. And and we still see them. They're a playoff team.
Oh they absolutely are. Their schedule has been their biggest opponent. This year,
absolutely.
So we got Monty Lovett says, "Coach, what's up?" Said Darryl said, "We ready to turn it up on Friday night."
I hope so. We got some big dogs coming in here. We got a great challenge.
So from Lawrence County. Let's move on to Pine Mountain. That's where me and you was at Friday night, David. Perry Central defeated Letcher 20-6. Letcher led this game 6-0 for 3 quarters of this ball game. And then Kaiser Sloan went 15 for 26, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also carried the rock 12 times for 39 yards. Seth Jackson had 19 rushes for 94 yards. You had Noah Kilburn, 6 receptions, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. Phoenix Eddington had 11 tackles, but it sure seemed like he had 25. And
boy.
Letcher, it was Peyton Combs, 5 for 13, 57 yards, 4 rushes for 11 yards. Garrett Howard ended up 3 rushes, 75 yards, and a score. Brett Smith, 4 receptions, 40 yards. Kobe Johnson led the team in tackles with 11. And David, this game right here, although it was low scoring, it was one of the most entertaining ball games I'd seen in a while.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a great game. I'm a defensive guy, so it was a great game.
Yeah.
Defensively, coached very well. I really liked the chess pieces that they was going amongst each other. And it come down to turnovers and execution. And and I'm just going to tell you straight up, Perry's a really good team, but Letcher County was beat up, and you can tell.
If they had Gunnar Holbrook, Billy Stamper, and Quentin Williams,
real different.
They may win this ball game.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah, and but the thing that stood out to me of that game, David, I have never in my life seen that many Hogan goals.
Listen, dude, that irritated me because I'm just like. Go over there and explain. Go explain to the coach, this is what your guys is doing. So I'm gonna continue to throw this.
Yeah.
But that call always came from the other sideline and never come from the opponent sideline that it was getting thrown on.
Yeah.
That's those calls I just cannot handle. And when they continuous throwing, you're like. So tell me what they can. What can they can't?
What can we do to fix this?
Yeah.
Let's and that's an official's job. I love in middle school when an official will go over and tell a player hey, you can't.
Yeah, this is what I see, or this. I'm gonna tell you, like the officials that officiate our games, I get it. They explain stuff to me because if I don't know it or if there's something going on, they're going to explain it to me before we proceed with the game or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and they're good at that. They will explain it to you when it's it's a reasonable time.
Yeah.
And I thought as many as those calls that they threw, it was a reasonable time to explain that.
If there wasn't 20 plus,
It was.
There wasn't.
It really was.
Yeah.
It really was.
So KJ was over at Shelby Valley. Shelby Valley defeated Betsy Lane, handed Betsy Lane their first loss, 60-25. Russ Osborne, 15 for 16, 253 yards, 2 TDs, 6 rushes for 33 yards. Clark Kraft had 10 rushes, 96 yards, 2 TDs. Brett Sturgill, 10 rushes, 80 yards, 3 TDs. Brady Bentley, 8 receptions, 105 yards, 1 touchdown. Robert Collins had 17 tackles. We had Carter Parsons, 6 for 13, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns. Andrew McCutcheon, 22 rushes, 159 yards, 2 scores. He also had 15 tackles on defense.
Wow.
That kid, that was a mini beef jerky primetime performer. Then you had Dylan Williams, 6 receptions, 99 yards, 2 scores, and Isom had 13 tackles. I mean, as you've seen the highlights, or we didn't have any highlights for that one, but, this game right here, we had it on D&D Sports Network. Betsy Lane, although the score was lopsided, this is still a Betsy Lane team that are, Shelby Valley offensively, it's hard to keep up with them. Yeah. This is a very good Betsy Lane team.
It is.
And I don't want people to, lose track of that because of the score.
Carter Parsons didn't play the second half. He was in concussion protocol, so they lost their quarterback for the second half, and they had to bring the receiver in to play quarterback.
Yeah, that right there, that means a lot because Carter Parsons is, that team kind of goes as Carter Parsons goes.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm still on the Betsy Lane wagon. They played a dominant two-way school, and that's tough. And if you ain't got all your willpower and you're a 1A school, you got to have that. But taking nothing away from Shelby Valley because I thought Shelby Valley would do that. I didn't think it'd be like that, but I thought Shelby Valley would come out on top, just because I thought that they was deeper in the depth.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And when KJ pop up the scoreboard, tell us what else went on around the region.
Russell beat Bath County 38-8. Bland County, Virginia beat Jenkins 27-8. Breathitt County 48, Leslie County 14. East Carter 38, Lewis County 6. Belfry 49, Estill County 7. Fairview 56, Phelps 27. Fleming County 36, West Carter 7. Floyd Central 43, Prestonsburg 28. Johnson Central 33, Greenup County 13. Martin County 42, Knott Central 6. Perry Central 20, Letcher Central 6. East Ridge 22, Pike Central 21, Pikeville 46, Paintsville 7, Lawrence County 36, Powell 0, Raceland 43, Paris 13, Boyd County 44, Round County 18, Shelby Valley 60, Betsy Lane 25, Spring Valley 62, Capital 0, Wayne 18, Chapmanville 7, Independence 38, Man 0, Tug Valley 42, Mount View 6, Nitro 62, Logan 0, Tulsa 43, Buffalo 0, and Nicholas County 56 and West Side 27.
As you sit there and look, there's really 2 scores that jumped out to me on there. And, of course, East Ridge with the 22-21. And if you watched Crunch Time, you would have seen I picked that. And
you did. I called that when we was calling the game. You picked that.
Yeah. I just knew Pike Central, man, they're a very good football team.
Yeah.
They are. Taking nothing from them. But they cannot score the football, man. Right. They have the awfulest time in the world. And listen, Jameer Knuckles, he's doing more than he ever should be asked to do. They've got to find a way to help him. They've got to change the offense up some. Maybe put C.J. Cox, get the ball in his hands some, get him some speed out there. but they got to find a way, to change things up because this is such a good team. And you want this offense to catch up because if this offense catches up, they can make some noise in the playoffs.
I'm right there with you on that too.
And then the other game, obviously, was Sean Hager, 43-28
That's
victory.
That was surprising.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
over
lie.
Prestonsburg.
That was surprising.
Yeah, I mean,
major.
Well, Prestonsburg, man, Prestonsburg is down. And right now
it's hard for me to see that. Which
no, I mean not as a team they're down. I'm talking about injuries.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. But now, because when we was there was 3 or 4 that got hurt, and then there's several others now. But beforehand, before they had them all, they was going to be something special.
I agree 100%, man. I mean, if they get healthy, man, this is still a good football team that can make some noise.
Yeah.
They're just, they lost their running back first game of the year.
Yeah.
But,
he was stud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, and to their credit,
What's his last name? Kidd.
Yeah, Nick Kidd.
I wonder if he's kin to a Kidd. His last name was Kidd. I coached him from Prestonsburg. I wonder if that was his brother.
I don't know, but I mean, they found some diamonds in the rough in Jacob Rose and Dalton Elliott, and then Alex Harris. KJ, show us this run by Alex Harris in that game. I mean, he had a kickoff return. Just a stud on defense. This is a kid making big plays. Big shout out to WPRG for getting this video. But this kid
to go before the half. Floyd Central in the end zone again, 16-6. 10-point advantage.
B.J. Peterson on the kickoff.
Nice
right
kick.
Down the middle, and it's taken. That's Harris at the 25.
Oh,
30.
Got
some room. Down the sideline,
Peterson.
50. Could go. He's gone.
He's gone.
To the house. Touchdown, Prestonsburg. Just check for flags.
No flags.
No flags.
80-yard return.
80-yard return, taking it on the 20-yard line, and that definitely.
I mean, big shout out to WPRG for getting that video and getting that call. They do a great job over there. When you take a look at that right there, 12 tackles, had a kickoff return. I mean, this is a kid that's a super athletic man that, a lot of people look over because of Dalton Elliott, Jacob Rose. The quarterback's got a big name. Alex Harris, I mean, he's one of the hidden gems in that Prestonsburg roster. But keep an eye on him because as they continue to get healthy and they start getting their big pieces, including their line and stuff back, you're going to start hearing Alex Harris's name a lot more.
I agree with you on that. That was a big time run there too. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, as that rounds out our games from last week, so you know what that brings us to. Top 10.
Top 10.
So D&D Mountain Top 10. KJ, throw it up so we can see where David thinks the voters went wrong this week.
Ashland remains at number 1. Scott, number 2. Raceland 3. Pikeville 4. Belfry 5. Mingo Central 6. Johnson Central 7. Lawrence County up 2 spots to 8. East Carter holds at 9. And Shelby Valley jumped 2 spots to 10. Dropping out of the top 10 was Betsy Lane. Others receiving votes was Tug Valley, Betsy Lane, Perry Central, Greenup County, and Man.
As you look, David, where did the voters go wrong, man? I mean, I'm sitting here looking, Ashland continues to go unanimous, number 1 team in the mountains. They're 8-0.
I would put Scott at 1, Ashland 2. I would go.
Get a drug test in here, KJ.
What you mean? Scott would dominate Ashland.
You are crazy. You are crazy.
Well, do I need a drug test you? Because you asked me my opinion. You acting like Joe Biden.
Not everybody's opinion's right, though.
let me talk.
All right. Finish.
All right. Yeah. So, Scott 1, Ashland 2. I like that. I would put JC over top of us. And I like the rest. I would honestly like to see Shelby Valley above East Carter. East Carter to 10.
That's where.
And then the Betsy Lane East Carter would be a jump for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a toss up.
Well, in East Carter, we'll talk about it, in next segment. But I really think that Shelby Valley. I mean, the thing is, East Carter, they played some good teams. Coach Champ has them playing really good football there. Shelby Valley, a lot of people don't take in the note they wasn't healthy when they lost them ball games.
Absolutely not.
Earlier.
All right.
So I honestly, and don't forget, they got a win over number 8 Lawrence County. So to start, the
Valley,
season.
Exactly. That's where I was at on that too.
I had Valley 8 in my top 10.
You had them 8. Mm-hmm. And when you take a look, and you can make an argument for that. Them top 3, you could change them any way, and I would agree with it. Any way you want, you have a case. But I personally, I would have put them in front of East Carter, but I understand East Carter didn't do anything to drop. And they. So I mean, I could see
Johnson Central would destroy Ashland. Or I'm sorry, Scott would destroy Ashland.
Not even close.
I know you're so biased because you over here in Kentucky, but I swear, and this has not been biased or nothing at all. Like, I'm telling you, man, I watched Ashland, and we played against Scott. They would absolutely destroy them. They would absolutely destroy them.
Look at
Johnson Central's gonna beat Ashland. What are you talking about?
Go look at.
I don't need to look at
nothing.
nothing.
At their schedule, who they played. No way Scott's undefeated if they play Ashland's schedule.
Are you kidding me?
And Ashland's sitting there undefeated.
Are you kidding me?
Pull their schedule up. Pull the schedule up.
Don't even worry about it. You're doing extra. You're doing extra. Don't even worry about it.
I mean, when you take a look, Cabell Midland, GW, I mean, they're playing powerhouses. They played some really good teams, and when you take a look right now, this Ashland team, one of the and you can make an argument now, both of them, it would be a hell of a ball game. But you got 2 of the best quarterbacks. You got a team that both teams have outstanding receivers. The Ashland, I don't know, is their defense? I mean, I don't know if their defense is a little better than Scott's, but I just think that there's no way in the world Scott goes undefeated if they play Ashland's schedule.
Bro, listen, you need to stick to basketball. Let me do this football stuff, okay? Because I don't. When you talk about the basketball, I listen. This is what you need to start to do. This is the David counselor, David. This is the counselor. Come here, Bob. Listen to me, Bobby.
You need to listen.
No, because I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. They would smack Ashland
in Bluegrass State.
I'm not okay. Okay, come on, bro.
We play big boy football.
Man.
Here.
Come on, man. Scott. So you're telling me that Ashland would destroy Scott?
I'm not saying they destroy them, but they beat them by 2 scores.
No, you're insane.
KJ, what's your opinion?
I think it's a good ball game.
Who wins?
I think Ashland, but close. I don't think there's no destroying. Ashland beat GW by a couple touchdowns. I'm not saying I think Scott could beat GW by 2 touchdowns.
Well, I'm just saying we played GW too. Like I know, like they're not like that, guys. Y'all quit looking at the names.
I'm not saying
these guys. I'm telling you, and you know how I've been on. My goodness, here we go. Here we go.
That is playing with these boys over here is Huntington, and
Huntington would kill him.
Huntington is the real deal.
Listen,
Huntington would kill him.
Brother. Listen.
Huntington,
Kentucky. Listen, please, bro. Please don't get me started because I'll get some hate mail tonight. Like I'm trying to tell you, and I'm not even putting us in the category. I'm talking about the top 10 your teams.
Yeah.
And Scott is one of those.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I agree there.
And I promise you that they would come. And I'm not saying destroy. Okay. Yeah. Let me take it off. But they will absolutely handle them. They would win. They would beat Ashland.
I just
At a neutral field.
Yeah, they ain't going in the punt number winning.
No, at a neutral field.
Well,
but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this, and y'all go ahead and know my pick. Johnson Central handle Ashland this week.
Guys, let us know what your opinion is. We're gonna find out what what my opinion is when we come back with Pigskin Pick'em. Come right back and join us here on Crunch Time.
Come visit us at Castle's Jewelry and Co-Run today. We got a history of making sure our clients' needs and wants are met. Castle's Jewelry has a large selection of rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. Remember, friends come and go. Jewelry lasts forever. Gracie and Tate Merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks! Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maplewood, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes. If you've recently had a loved one pass, bring them to Hall & Jones Funeral Home in Virgie, Kentucky. We let you grieve in peace instead of worrying about a heavy financial burden of burying a loved one. Here at Hall & Jones, we have multiple chapels that can accommodate any size family. We look forward to helping you and your family here at Hall & Jones.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by Trailblazer Outfitters.
Trailblazers Outfitters, David, I've wondered so many times, you know, I want to enjoy the Hatfield McCoy trails, but I don't have $30,000 to go drop on a side-by-side, you know, so I'm like, how can I do it? I call my buddies, we're using ours this weekend, we're using it. Well, you can go to Trailblazers Outfitters and rent side-by-sides to go enjoy the Hatfield McCoy trails. Yeah, I mean, they do a great job keeping them maintained, and I mean, they do a lot of things that give you great deals. They offer a lot of things that you would never dream there at Trailblazers Outfitters, located right there in West Williamson beside the historic Williamson Fieldhouse.
I've seen that down there. That's pretty neat, dude.
At the old Ford dealership.
Yeah, yep.
So Brent Wood says, shout out, appreciate what you guys do at D&D. You can tell that you all care about the kids in the community. Brent Wood says there are holding calls on every single play in football, said unless blatant, said it hinders the play. Sometimes you got to let plays go. Then we got Tyler Johnson says we're healthy now for the first time since preseason, talking about Shelby Valley. Tyler Johnson does a great job running back coach there.
Oh, yeah, every bit of it.
And his son, one of the best running backs we've seen in the D&D era that come through there. Amanda Alley says same plays all the time don't work. That's a Pike Central fan. Ryan Sinners says Belfry 45, Powell 6. We got Gary Hensley says drug test me, David. He thinks Scott's on top of Ashland.
That's it.
And Monty Lovett said they thought Mingo should be in front of Belfry. His what he thinks is different on that. We got Ashland will beat JC.
You know his cousin is Dre Young, right?
Oh no.
Yeah, their cousin. Dre Young's brother actually plays for us.
So the little smack talk, yeah.
Yeah, they gonna smack talk.
Yeah. But David Thompson, that's Tulsa's coach, said Scott would beat Ashland.
Absolutely.
Y'all are crazy, man.
No, coach, he's on something. He's sipping some Kool-Aid. We might need to check it.
Brentwood says, I don't think JC can slow Ashland's offense. Said, didn't JC get beat by Boyd and struggle with Greenup? Ashland handled both of those teams.
It doesn't matter.
Boyd didn't beat JC, did it?
I doubt that.
We got said, hey guys, good show. listen, you're putting on a good show down there in Tulsa right now. I mean, them boys you got them playing, Robert Evans, Parker Watson crew.
Yes, sir. I'm glad. Hey, I used to love the Tulsa rivalry, man. It was brutal.
Clyde Dingus says if Ashland only beat Raceland by 7, then Johnson Central over Ashland. So we scrimmaged Raceland when we was healthy. We beat them by 2 TDs. Chris Ward pick on Belfry Middle said versus McGoffin Middle on Saturday. We will pick that one in Pick'em. Paul Coleman says Mingo Central could beat Belfry by 17. David Thompson says I agree. Brentwood says Clyde Dingus didn't JC beat Boyd? Who did Ashland beat? And JC struggled.
They beat Boyd as 53-14. So somebody need to quit drinking Darryl's Kool-Aid.
Listen, and that Belfry Racing preseason game. Listen, I'm a Pirate through and through.
But that's a scrimmage.
I love Belfry. I love it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, these scrimmages, when people from Belfry scrimmage, somehow their score is totally different from what everybody else's is. And it's like that every year. They're like, and then, the JV scored, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not, and it's nothing. I'm not saying anything for Clyde. I'm just saying for years it's always been that just come to my mind. I heard that game right there. I heard 7 different scores on that game, on that Raceland Belfry scrimmage, and it's always going to mean a lot because them are 2 football powers. So that time of year they're ready for football.
Oh yeah.
So
man.
everybody's going to be talking.
That's just how it is. That's just the way it is. You're always going to get different scores. I mean, I remember when we scrimmaged Logan, we come back and I got a call saying, "Are y'all good?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're good. We came out healthy." It's like, man, how'd y'all get beat by 40 points? I was like, "Do what?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Do what?" I was like, "No, like I don't remember that, but I remember a scrimmage game, but I don't remember taking score."
Well, KJ, it's that time of the show. Hit it. As we get started here, it's everybody's favorite time of the show. KJ, what do we got here?
You want to do pigskin pick'em?
Crunch time. Pigskin pick'em.
And we are back here. Pigskin Pick'em. Jared set in for you. And listen, we got our graphics team tallying up the numbers, but the last phone call I got said I was up by about 3 games.
Oh, yeah, all right.
So,
We'll see.
Yeah, I just want to inform y'all, want to give y'all an update on how Pigskin Pick'em's going.
All right, here we go. Powell County at Belfry. I'll start it off. Belfry big.
Let's go Belfry.
Powell County at Belfry. This is their first meeting since 1998. That was the year with Cliff Wallace and crew.
Mm-hmm.
That was KJ's senior year. Said Belfry is 2-0 all time against Powell County. They've outscored them 120-14. This right here surprised me whenever I seen that because it sure seems like Belfry's played Powell a lot more than 2 times. But in this game right here, listen, it's going to be too much Pirates. That backfield, they're going to show Powell County what a running offense looks like.
Oh, yeah. Major. So who you got?
I'm going Pirates.
So Powell County?
No, I'm going Belfry.
Oh, okay.
Belfry,
I didn't know. They're the Pirates also, so I didn't know.
Pike Central at Betsy Lane.
You know what, Betsy Lane? I got you guys. Let's go Betsy Lane in this one.
Okay. The Pike Central leads this series 6-1. Bobcats' only win was 1995. Betsy Lane, this is most wins in the season was 9, and that was in 2013. I mean, like I said, this right here, what Betsy Lane's doing this year is miraculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that coaching staff has these boys. This was supposed to be in a year that was a rebuilding year. They lost Brady Robinson last year. This team was supposed to struggle. Now it's been one of the powers in the mountains.
Yeah.
I think that this game right here, Betsy Lane, I mean, it's senior night. I think they win this one by a couple touchdowns. I think it's just going to be too much for the freshman quarterback to overcome because that's a really good defense.
I got Betsy Lane too. Perry Central at Corbin.
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 Yeah.
Breathitt County at Danville.
What is it?
Breathitt County at Danville.
Breathitt County.
Yeah, Titletown is really bad right now. I'm going Breathitt.
Shelby Valley at East Ridge.
Shelby Valley.
Shelby Valley leads this series 19-2, winning the last 9 straight. Valley is playing for a number 1 seed, and
they are in the same district now, huh?
Yep. And listen, this is one of them where it's a trap game for East Ridge. They won last week. That was their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This one right here, Valley's still on a mission. They still got something to prove. Valley wins it.
McGoffin County at Estill County.
I do want to go McGoffin. I do. I really do.
Estill leads this series 12-2.
Where's it at though?
Estill.
Yeah, their only wins was in 2000 and 2013. So it's been a long time since McGoffin's beat Estill. But I'm telling you, man, I think right now DeRosset has McGoffin County playing really good football, and
is the Burnett kid back?
Yeah, he got back against Belfry. He missed the first 5 games. Whenever their game was Belfry's when he came back. I think he's 2-2.
But I tell you, I mean, there's Estill County. They got a really good QB. I just think their offense is going to be too much for them. I mean, I know McGoffin can put up some points, but it being Estill,
that's where I'm at.
The difference. I'm taking Estill.
I got Estill.
I'm going McGoffin.
Ah.
That's probably why I'm in the league. Darryl's lying. I'm probably up by like 20.
Both of y'all lying. I know I am, but y'all always cheat and get to the darn people.
Got to spend some time with Coach DeRosset this weekend. Love Coach DeRosset, and he loves what we're doing.
That's my guy. Yeah, that's my guy.
Bath County at Fleming County. Fleming.
Bath at Fleming.
I'm gonna take Fleming. And he come back, Barnett come back against Martin County.
Oh, was it Martin County?
Yeah, that Martin County game. That's how they ended up, because everybody thought McGoffin was washed up and was going to
That's it. That's how they beat them.
Yeah, and they come back and they beat them, caught McGoffin County off guard.
Yeah, caught Martin off guard, yeah. That's well, yeah.
So I appreciate that, Angie.
Who'd you got, Fleming?
Yeah.
Round County at Greenup County. Greenup,
you're not going to the farm.
Pikeville at Hazard.
Pikeville, big.
This says Virginia.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
At Jenkins. Virginia.
Yeah,
Virginia.
Yeah.
Now, Ashland at Johnson Central.
JC.
At Johnson Central?
I'm going JC. I'm with David. I think they get the upset this weekend. I think Ashland goes down. I think they're coming in high 8-0, thinking, they're just going to run over this Johnson Central team. They're getting healthy.
Yep.
I think JC takes this one.
Listen, Ashland leads this series 16-7. JC has won 9 of the last 10, 3 straight. First meeting since 2018. Last time Ashland won at JC was August 18th, 2001. JC has won 10 in a row at home. So, with that being said,
you gonna go Ashland?
I'm gonna say Brandon Houston and Jennings and
Strader.
Bryant Strader. I just think this offense is going to be too much. I think there's Johnson Central, although they're getting healthy, they're still missing McCourt. And if McCourt was there, it might be a different story. But I just think this offense is too much for them.
I'm with David. Let's go JC, baby.
JC, baby.
Boyd County at Lawrence County.
Lawrence County.
Lawrence County leads this series 23-12-1 all time. LC has won 8 of 9. Outside of last season, Boyd County's last 5-win season was in 2012.
Oh, really?
Yep. I didn't think that. I thought Boyd had been better than that.
I know they was when we played back in the day.
Yeah, and the thing is they always got a good team. They're just up there. They play a lot of really good programs.
Yeah, they
up
do.
Up there.
That little area right there, they're tough.
Yeah, with Russell and Ashland, Raceland, East Carter, West Carter. On that one out there, Lawrence County.
I'm going Boyd. Somerset at Leslie County. Somerset.
Give me Somerset.
Give me Landry Collette in Leslie County.
West Carter at Lewis County.
That's going to be a tough one, man. I literally was looking at this today when I was looking at the games. And where's it played at?
Lewis.
Give me West Carter.
West Carter.
Lewis County, they had a really hot start to the season, and I think that they've died off the last few weeks, but this right here, beating a program like West Carter, I think Lewis County is going to make this their Super Bowl. I think Lewis County is going to upset West Carter.
Floyd Central at Martin County.
Martin County.
This is the Hager Bowl.
That's why I'm going with the son. He ain't letting it. He's not, and he's an OC, right?
Yep. Listen, 2004 to
He's been ready. He's ready for this pop.
Not only is this the Hager Bowl, but Sean Hager raised Wes Hager right there in Martin County. 2004 to 2014, Sean had a 61 and 67 record at Sheldon Clark. Hager was 46 and 17 from 2005 to 2009. They ended up upsetting Leslie County at Couch Passes and went on to lose to Belfry. But this one right here, Sean Ward has 9 playoff wins at Sheldon, or Sean Hager has 9 playoff wins at Sheldon Clark. Martin County is 2-0 versus the Jags. Most wins Jags have had in a season is 8, and that was in year 1. They're nearing that right now. I think that, man, this is tough because Martin County's played. It seems like Martin County has got things figured out. Madden Miller having an unbelievable year. This kid is a freak, man.
So they're in the same district, I think James Demmer said.
Yeah, I think the new district.
So he said that this is for first place in their district. So it's an even bigger game.
Yeah, even bigger game.
I'm still going with the son, Martin County. Let's go.
Me too, Martin County.
Man, that was a thumping that they put on, that Martin County put on Prestonsburg, and
yeah, but Prestonsburg down.
I'm gonna go with Martin.
I'm trying to get him to go with.
Yeah,
I was trying to get him to go with the Jags.
No.
Go ahead.
I will take it. Listen, Sean
we
Hager,
need to get up
he's
on
going back to Sheldon Clark. He's going back to the Rock, and he's going to say, "Hey, I'm used to winning games here at the Rock."
Go ahead and flip, Joe Kinzer.
Yeah, BJ.
Go ahead and flip, man.
Yeah, BJ Peterson and crew. Their offense is going to outscore Martin County. Martin County's going to have trouble scoring. They're not going to let them have a season sweep over Floyd County teams.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going Sean Hager and the Jags.
Raceland at Nicholas County. Raceland.
Nichols at Raceland.
Fairview at Paris.
Paris. But listen, that Jackson Manning kid.
Paris big.
No,
that quarterback.
Change it. He's the real deal.
The quarterback.
Yeah, that kid. You look at his stats. He's putting up. They're unreal.
Morgan County at Phelps. One of the games we're doing.
Morgan County.
Yeah, you can watch that one right here at D&D Sports Network. I think Morgan County. I mean, they're both playing out of district.
I'm gonna always pick over Phelps for the simple fact a kid messaged me. A kid off of Phelps team messaged me and said some harsh things to me. So I'm gonna always pick against them because of that. I am. It's pretty funny what he was saying.
And you're a Phelps guy.
And I'm a Phelps guy.
Yeah,
you know what I want. You know deep in my heart.
Yeah,
you know what I
know
love.
you're
I
a
love him
Phelps
to the
guy.
core.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pick against him.
Yeah.
I will. The rest of the season.
Not Central at Prestonsburg. P-Bird.
Not.
Yeah.
P-Bird.
We'll have this. This is the Citizens Bank game of the week.
P-Bird.
Yeah, Prestonsburg, although they're not healthy, Knott County just ain't the same, especially after the flood happened.
Yeah.
They're still struggling to get back.
East Carter at Russell. That ought to be a good one.
East at Russell, man. Whew. Give me East.
I'm going to take Russell at home.
This right here is for district.
Yeah.
Who would have thought after the first 4 weeks of the season that Russell would be in this situation right now?
I honestly wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they was having such a horrendous season.
Yeah.
It's really, really something special that
It
they
is.
got Ethan Pack, Richardson, Cruz, Rimmer, that they got this put together and is finishing the season off strong like this. But I think Coach Champ and them, I just think East Carter's going to be too much for them.
Letcher Central at Whitley County.
Letcher at Whitley.
Yeah, well, Letcher's too banged up.
They're banged up.
Give
I'm
me
going to have to
Whitley.
go Whitley.
Yeah, Whitley. Whitley. They beat Perry. Yeah, they're too banged up because I don't think Stanford's back either.
I'm pretty sure Whitley went into Perry and beat them pretty handily.
Yeah, they did, but I think maybe some stuff went wrong there that don't want to discuss. But I think that also if Quentin Williams is healthy, I think Ledger can win this ball game. But
He just didn't seem healthy to me.
no, he
that
wasn't.
night.
Normally he touches the ball.
Yeah, he just didn't
time.
seem it.
Yeah.
But then when he did, Lord have mercy, he got
him,
loose.
You got Isaac Matthews at third.
Yeah.
You got Gunnar Holbrook. You got Billy Stamper. I mean, right now Junior Matthews, he's doing everything he can just to put a squad out there.
Yeah.
So.
Logan at Chapmanville. Right, that's probably right. That's wrong. It's Chapmanville at Logan.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, Chapmanville.
Yeah, Chapmanville.
Yeah, this game right here, the Marshall University Marching Thunder will perform at halftime. Chapmanville leads this series 13-9 and has won 8 of the last 9. Make it 9 of the last 10.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Spring Valley at GW.
GW.
Good GW. This is not your normal Spring Valley team.
Tulsa at Hurley, Virginia.
Give me Tulsa, man.
Tulsa.
It's Tulsa time, baby.
It's Tulsa time. I've been on the wagon with Tulsa. I love the new staff up there, new head coach.
Yeah.
And I want Tulsa back to the Tulsa who I know from Mate One.
Hey,
and they're on there.
Yeah, Rebel fans living on Tulsa time right now, and I just think that.
I ain't a rebel, though. I wouldn't be able to go back home.
David, you got a Confederate flag sticker on the back of your car.
I do. I fly it on the back of my side-by-side.
But no, listen, the Rebels right now,
they're doing great.
Yeah, that offense, man. And Parker Watts.
They're young, too, Darryl.
Yeah, they are. If Parker Watts wanted to focus on football, he could be a Division I.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree with you.
Buffalo at Man.
Big.
Our Logan Bank and Trust game of the week, Roane County at Mingo Central.
I'm pick it.
This one right here, man, this one scares me, man, because Mingo, right now, I think Mingo has everything clicking their way. I think that, they're ahead of schedule. I like that Scott beat them because, if I'm a Mingo Central fan, I'd rather go in the playoffs knowing that I lost than to have that big head that I won and knowing that, there's a few things there you could have changed. If the OC was there, it could have been a little bit different. So I think Mingo, there's a lot at stake in this game, KJ. When you take a look at this ball game right here, it's tough because right now they're playing, Roane County, They're led by their leading rusher, Brandon Richardson, 7 receptions, 154 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also has carried the rock 830 yards, 10 touchdowns. He's the driving force behind them. The quarterback is 33 for 57, 60 yards, 9 touchdowns. And that's Jacob Greathouse. Only threw 3 interceptions. He's very efficient. But
they only run the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But going back to it, they are a running football team. And, Mingo, they live off turnovers. They like that defense. They're ball hogs. When a quarterback puts it in the air, them DBs go after it, man. So they're not going to have the opportunity to get them turnovers. But right now, they're only allowing 9.7 points a game. Mingo Central, if you remember the stat, Mingo Central has an unreal record whenever they score over 30 points. If Rome County can keep them under 30, I think Rome County wins this ball game. But I think up here on Minor Mountain, I think it's going to be popping. I think Mingo Central fans are going to be excited that this ball game. It's been a while since they've seen Mingo up here in a meaningful game with a bye week going by. I just think that Mingo Central, they're out to prove something right now, and they're not going to let people. At the end of the day, Mingo wins this game, KJ, they're a 4 seed. If they lose this ball game, they drop to 7 to 9 seed. So there's too much at stake. I think this Mingo team comes to play and Mingo wins it.
Yeah, they want that home field advantage in the playoffs. David's had 2 weeks to prepare for him. I like Mingo.
Oh, dude, Carl said if I do my job, Carl, if I was playing, I agree with you. But I'm not playing. I'm not playing this week. I'm on IR.
Rome County, coming into this game, they've won 20 straight regular season ball games. They did lose in the playoffs last year to North Marion, to a very good North Marion team in the second round. But 20 straight in the regular season, this is going to be a lot harder than people think, man. This is honestly, Mingo Central coming into this game, they're underdogs. If they don't see themselves as that, they're mistaken because
Rome's the number 1 team in the state in 2A.
They're the number 1 team. Mingo Central, they're going to need the fans to show up here on Friday night to pull this off.
Yeah, we're going to definitely need them. It's going to be a huge game. We are the underdog in every single game we play in except for the Mountain View game.
Yep.
We are the underdogs in every single one of those games. We know that. We practice like that. And it's up to the guys. Just make sure y'all come up here and create a crazy excitement atmosphere for us.
Yep, that's it. Jacob Maynard says everybody at Mingo is dogs at skilled positions.
That's right. And he's one also.
Yep. He absolutely is. And but when you look at this, guys, I mean, honestly, it don't matter what fan you are. Come up here and support the Miners.
Oh,
if you ain't doing anything,
we'll have some fun.
Yeah, if your team has an away game and you can't make it there, come up here. And guys, listen, make sure, on D&D Sports Network, let it push at one again over 20,000.
Yeah.
We've had 2 Mingo games that popped over 20,000 watches this year.
Yeah.
Make
3.
that happen.
3.
Fill this gym. Yeah, we've had 3.
Tug Valley, Independence, and Man.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
awesome.
So make sure that this one does it too, and this place is packed.
I guess
Everybody
the
fill
hype
gym.
was real, huh?
I guess so. So, guys, KJ,
We
what's
got
the
some
rest?
more. We got
Yeah.
some more games here. Scott at Polka. Scott big.
Scott. Scott.
Wayne at Sissonville. Wayne.
Wayne.
Tug Valley at Westside.
Tug.
And we'll be doing this game.
Tug.
Tug.
I think Tug Valley is 6-1 for a reason. No, not so fast. I'm gonna go with Coach Koger and the crew. I'm gonna say they pulled the upset over there. The burial ground.
All right.
All right, let's go to the college pick'em.
He gonna miss this one.
James Madison is a 3.5-point favorite at Marshall.
I'm Marshall.
I'm Marshall, yeah.
Madison coming in 6-0. I don't know nothing about them, but I think Marshall at home. Now, I like this one. Number 7 at Penn State at number 3, Ohio State. Ohio State is a 4.5 point.
Give me Penn State.
I think Penn State pulls this upstate. I think they win outright.
I do too.
Nah, not today. Ohio State.
Oklahoma State at West Virginia. West Virginia is a 3.5 point favorite. After what I've seen against Houston, give me Oklahoma State.
Same.
Yeah, Oklahoma State.
Number 14, Utah at number 18, USC. USC is a 7 point favorite, and Notre Dame just thumped them this weekend.
Yeah, give me who you say, Oklahoma?
Utah.
Utah. Give me Utah. I don't like the quarterback at USC.
Yeah, give me Utah too.
He trying to get.
Now he wants to be part owner of the team.
He want to be part owner. Like,
and
who
now
are you?
there's only like 4 teams he wants to play. He's going to play for. He's going to stay at USC.
No, I honestly, I cannot stand the quarterback and what he stands for, but I'm taking USC.
Mm-hmm.
And last one on the list, UPike is a 7.5 point favorite at Bluefield.
Give me UPike all day, baby.
The Bears, baby. Give me the Bears. Yeah, bad intentions, Brett Coleman, Coach Phipps getting a dub.
I think they get the dub, but I think Bluefield covers the 7.5.
Well, that's going to take us to our last commercial break. We'll come right back with our last segment, guys. I promise you don't want to go anywhere because we're going to give a rundown on what the point spreads are so we can see where these Massey ratings went wrong. Come back and join us here for the final segment. We still got a lot to cover in the final 15. Come on down to the Loose Caboose Grill in Kermit, West Virginia, a one-in-a-kind eating experience here in the mountains. You get great food, great service, and a chance to make memories with your loved ones. Eat outside or take the action inside where you can sign the walls of Big Red while enjoying fresh food inside a historical landmark. We look forward to seeing you here at the Loose Caboose. At Giovanni's Pizza in West Logan, we got subs, calzones, wings, pizza, and more. Stop by today. Great service with great deals. We also got a newly renovated and remodeled dining room where you can enjoy your game day celebrations or relax after a trail ride. We look forward to seeing you at Giovanni's in Logan, West Virginia. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. The last segment of the show is sponsored by Justin Markham Law Office.
Yeah, guys, Justin Markham, I mean, if you're looking for the outcome that you deserve, he'll make sure you get it. Justin Markham is one of the most compassionate lawyers that I've seen. He really fights for his clients, and he don't just fight for the clients, he fights for the Cofields.
Absolutely. He's one of the best.
Yes, he is. So, guys.
I was just telling Coach Brad, make sure he check it out. He got some love on the show tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, soccer coach. That's one of my guys. Him and Coach Garrett, them are my guys.
By the way, guys, we'll put the top 5 plays of the week on TikTok right after this. Don't forget, TikTok. Go follow David, guys. We need him to get up to 1,000 views so we can
give me a follow. I'll follow back also.
Yeah. What's your TikTok?
Now, I ain't good with this ticking talking, but it's at David Jones 3796.
Go follow him. Follow D&D Sports. That way we can start bringing you a lot more material. David, as you know, betting comes legal. We do not condone betting on high school games. We don't. That's still illegal. But I do want to give the Massey rating so people can kind of figure out. Belfry, 40.5 point favorite over Powell County. Betsy Lane, 12.5 point favorite over Pike Central. Corbin, 40.5 over Perry. Breathitt County, 8.5 favorite over Danville. Shelby Valley, 35.5 over Eastridge. Estill County is 18.5 over McGoffin. Fleming County, 41.5 over Bath County. Greenup County is 28.5 over Rowan County. Pikeville is a 35.5 point favorite over Hazard. Virginia, 46.5 over Jenkins. Johnson Central, 1.5 point favorite at home over Ashland. Lawrence County 8.5 over Boyd County. We got Leslie County 34.5 over Somerset. West Carter 22.5 over Lewis County. Martin County is a 27.5 point favorite over Floyd Central.
And you picked Floyd Central.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. What was the Somerset one? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I seen. 34.5 point favorite Leslie County. But Somerset's not your granddaddy Somerset team.
Yeah, but they're not going to get beat by 34.5 at Leslie County. That's not happening.
No, I don't know.
I'd jump on that all day long.
Me too.
And then, let's see here. We got Raceland 40.5 over Nicholas County. Paris is a 41.5 over Fairview. Morgan County 35.5 over Phelps. Prestonsburg 29.5 over Knott Central. Russell is a 5.5 point favorite over East Carter at home. Whitley County 1.5 point favorite over Letcher Central. Wow. The Chapmanville 26.5 point favorite over Logan. Spring Valley is a 7.5 over G Dub. Hurley 4.5 over Tulsa. Man is a 36.5 point favorite over Buffalo. Scott 35.5 over Poca. Wayne is a 32.5 over Sissonville. Tug Valley is a 16.5 over West Side. And Roane County is a 7.5 point favorite over Mingo Central on Minor Mountain. So, and that's the folks by Massey rating. That is not ours.
It better not be.
Yeah. But nah, as you sit there, man, and you look at that, you know what I mean, that shows you. Sometimes this year now they've been right on the money. You know, I mean that Martin County over Prestonsburg. You know, everybody said P-Birds would win it. And they had that right on the spot. The spread was 42.5, and Martin County covered.
Oh,
so
really?
In that game.
That is right. Yeah, that is right.
And
same thing that when they said about us against Independence.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was 33, I think.
Yep, 33.5. Yep.
And it was 63 at the beginning of the season.
That's unreal.
I know.
Yeah. Well, when you take a look, and by the way, that Martin County team, I can't say enough, man. Madden Miller, the way he's playing defensively, he's leading the mountain in tackles right now. And then, I mean, that offensive line's where it starts, man. I can't say enough good things. We praise him all the time on here, but that Crum kid, man, Tate Crum.
He's one of my favorites.
He would start at center on 90% of your teams around the mountains. He's
absolutely.
That good.
Absolutely.
Going back and on offense, it seems like the quarterback got on the same page, and they're finally starting to produce some points. They was really struggling offensively at the beginning.
Yeah,
so,
I agree with you. I think they found their juice. And
I do too. And the one reason I think they put so many great linemen out is I think their head coach being a wrestling coach. You've seen it in Coach Matney. I mean, for many years he had great linemen, and it was because he was a wrestling coach, and he made sure his lineman was in there doing work during the offseason.
That's one thing we definitely got to do here.
I agree.
Is get our linemen into wrestling and get a really good offseason.
It helps. It helps so much, man. It does. Go look at that Belfry Middle. Look what Andrew Baldwin's doing with that Belfry Middle team.
I know.
In wrestling. But, we talked a little bit about it the other day. The mountains, KJ, we'll see what KJ knows here. When you think mountain football, what kind of football do you think?
Physical.
Physical smash mouth football. And, it's always been the running backs that's been the stars. They've produced so many great running backs. It's now starting to take a turn to where, honestly, this year, the running back position is down. There's not a lot of starter running backs. It's wideouts and QBs. And I think a lot of it, it's not only, I think, the more turf fields we see, the faster these teams are starting to play. And you can take Johnson Central Belfry, they've never changed their styles. But, teams are starting to play a lot faster. And, for instance, even teams like that, Dave, let me ask you this. Are they getting passed up? Because, you're starting to see, these other teams, like you normally don't see, compete at a higher level, and you're starting to see some of them running teams fall back a little bit. Not saying Belfry and Johnson Central, I'm talking Somersets, things
Right,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. And that's just like you said, the Belfry Johnson Central. I mean that their tradition speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Hell, we won the state title without throwing a single pass. So,
Yeah.
So what's not broke, don't fix it. But as you said, the Somersets and things like that, they're not having those big linemen like they used to, or the big time quarterback like he's at UK now.
Gavin
Sear Sharon, yeah, like they don't have those type now. So now they have to go what's best for your program, what's best for the kids that you have, and you have to switch that. They can't go back to a traditional type of team. If they got to spread it out a little more, if they got to run an RPO, or if they got to be in a pistol set, something to the advantage of them and their kids what they have. And a lot of schools, they're just not going to do that.
Yeah.
Everywhere I've been, I ran a different system. I ran what fit our team, our players, our personnel, and I never known everywhere I went. They're like, "Oh, you gonna run the wishbone?" No, because number one, we don't have wishbone linemen, or anything like it. So you got to have that. But in the whole scheme of thing, when you talk about college wise, a lot of those linemen is going to go to college coming out of a spread system because they can pass block.
Well, and that's always been the knock on mountain linemen is they don't. We've seen it. We've seen many of them go. Listen,
a lot of them got to go to camps.
That's it. Cole Bentley was one that went nationwide to camps in high school.
Yep.
So he wasn't just a run blocker. And when he got to Louisville, he played right away.
Started at center as a freshman for Lamar.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He was that good. But a lot of them struggle because of the style. But when you take a look at the receivers, Noah Kilburn, super sophomore.
Stud.
That's it. He's a Division I.
He is hands
receiver.
down.
You got Julian Puente up at Lewis County. Keep going. You got a convoy of receivers at Scott and Branniger. You got Bush, Branniger, and
Fantasy.
Fantasy, and there's another one there too. I can't remember his name. Somebody will tell us. But then,
I think it's Clark.
Yeah, Clark. And then you go over and look at all these other teams. You're talking about freshmen, young players that's stepping up as well. There's just at the level Brody Buck at Floyd Central.
Houston at Ashland's D1.
Yeah, Houston. He's one of the best hands down receivers.
I think we got the top receivers
Burke,
in our area.
Shepard.
I agree.
In our area here at Mingo.
You got
Burke. We got
Shep.
We got Shep. We got Ducey Prater. We got Tata Mitchell. We also bring in Donovan Vladimir, and we also bring in Keziah Joplin. And it keeps going.
And that's what's made y'all's offense. It ain't just they running a predictable offense.
Right.
Every defenses have to stay on their heels.
You have to. You have to pick and choose your poison. If you want to, we have several games. They double Aiden. We go somebody else. We had several games. They double this. We go the 2 weeks ago. We was going
Malachi.
Well, we went to Malachi, but we was going to Ducey Prater. They was having him one-on-one, but they didn't know about him. He can catch the ball.
Yeah.
He's a baller. So
and then Caleb Rimmer up there at Russell. You can just go all down the list. The wideouts it's unbelievable how many great wide receivers we're seeing right now. And I do think it's a turn in the times. I think that. Right now with the way that everybody's getting turf fields, everybody's wanting to play faster, and I think mountain teams, even your powers, I think they're going to have to adjust to the times if they're going to want to continue to win state titles because it's just the way that things are going. It's hard. When you get down, but when you got a line that can dominate,
that's what I'm saying. Like you tell Belfry they need to go to this, but. Do they have the kids to do that? They have the kid. I'm talking about lineman wise. They have the lineman to freaking pound it down your throat.
Yeah,
I would rather do that and control the clock than throw the ball around and risk us getting a pick.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this though: you take a team, Bell County. Belfry might play them the second round.
Yeah.
Bell County comes out, they throw the ball. What if they get up 2 touchdowns?
What
Dudley. Would you like for that option?
I think they do. I think Belfry do have that option.
I think they got a quarterback that can do it.
Yeah, but I think they have that option. It's just from experience of being there. They've always had that option. And if something happened, I think that they would get into it. But, I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of what goes on in that aspect. But I think they do have the guys to do it, though.
Last year, I mean, Paintsville had Wade Hensley there. They've had Jackson Hensley, Wilkerson and Boykins for Pikeville this year. You can go down the list, man. I love seeing top-notch wide receivers come out of the mountains, it's just one. And I worry. Here's the other thing. You're talking about Eli at Tug Valley.
Oh yeah.
Parker Watts at Tulsa.
We can't forget about them guys.
Yes, but I just wonder, how much of it has to do, because I think there's definitely a correlation with everybody getting turf fields. I think that everybody's wanting to play faster, because you take, even the teams on grass, they're still running the football. You take a look at East Carter, look at West Carter.
Right, yeah.
They're still running the football. But, the teams that play in turf, most of them are going over to pass the football.
That is true.
Yep. So definitely going to be interesting. But guys, it's come to that time of the show where we're going to have to wrap this thing up. David, want to wish you good luck. It's really good to have you back in the captain's chair here and having you back on the sidelines. But this Friday, best of luck to the Miners and you guys. Best of luck to all the mountain athletes tuning in. As you guys go out Friday night, put on the show. You only got 2 weeks left. Does it seem like that?
Man,
2 weeks.
listen.
2 weeks.
If you would have told me this 7 months ago, I would have laughed. I'm like, dude, we are already got just after Friday, it's 2 weeks left.
That's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
2 weeks. It flew by.
Unbelievable, man. I've never been like this.
Yeah. No, this seems like the fastest football season I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah. So but as guys, Friday night, make sure you tune in. Citizens Bank Game of the Week, Prestonsburg versus Knott Central, Logan Bank and Trust Game of the Week, Mingo Central versus Roane County, and then on Friday Night Football, you got Tulsa versus Tug Valley, Phelps versus Morgan County, and then we will also have, courtesy of our friends at RSN Sports and HD Media, we will have Winfield versus Nitro. All that action right here on the D&D Sports Network, thanks to our sponsors that you see all week long. Guys, thank you for tuning in. You're watching the #1 high school football show in the mountains, Crunch Time. Till next time, so long and good night.